Bonjour! Bonjour!
No.
Time for bladder check. Check.
So it's a show?
It's a lifestyle.
It's a religion.
My emotions! My emotions!
I'm still French.
Ouais, c'est pas faux.
I'm a woman, Mary. I can be as contrary as I choose.
Non, moi je crois qu'il faut que vous arrêtiez d'essayer de dire des trucs.
Hello, hi, I'm Laura. I'm gonna watch My Hero Academia Season 4, Episode 24. And today also the Episode 25. That's it, I'm gonna end the Season 4. That's gonna be cool. And then I'm gonna have one movie to discover before beginning the Season 5. I think that it's something like that. I'm glad to be there to discover 2 more episodes of My Hero Academia. But I'm really like... what am I gonna have during these 2 final episodes of the season? Like, I really don't know. I thought that maybe all of the festival it would be these 2 final episodes. I thought that maybe something really bad would happen during it, that maybe we would have an attack from the League of Villains, and in fact it was all of the narrative arc about La Brava, about Gentle Criminal, which was not that bad. Like, at first, when we began that narrative arc, I was like, he's so stupid. Like, really, I'm not considering him as dangerous at all, as a villain and all. It's a little annoying, like, we're losing time, and maybe also because they're gonna open doors, you know, to enter into the school, maybe it can be dangerous because real villains are gonna take advantage of it. And in fact, we already resolved that situation. No one entered into the school. And what we learned during one of their episodes, you know, their 2 backgrounds, I found that really sad, you know, and I was a little moved by it, by the fact that these 2 were rejected and they only wanted to be loved, and that's why they found each other, and it's working so well, you know, this team. So I'm like, okay, in fact at the end it was a nice narrative arc, not the best, but it was a nice one. But it's already the end of it, you know, and we already had the festival, and we already had also Eri being excited, smiling, having fun, and for sure I had some tears, you know, during this moment, because that girl finally smiling, oh, I was so glad. It was so great. But you know, we had that during the episode, during the previous episode, and during the hidden scene we saw that La Brava, she was arrested and they were talking to her like she's accomplice of Gentle Criminal, which is the case, even if he tried, you know, to cover that, to say that he brainwashed her. In fact, they really realized that no, the girl was in love with him and followed him because of that. But you know, La Brava, she's really young and she was desperate, she was so sad, she wanted to kill herself, and I couldn't help myself but make that parallel between Eri and La Brava. Okay, you can consider that La Brava, she never had a life like Eri never had a real life, but at the same time we're talking just about little girls who never lived a real life, in fact, because La Brava, I really want for her to discover what it is to have a life without being blindly in love with someone, you know, and to just live for herself and, you know, all of that kind of stuff. So I hope that at some point we're gonna have news about her. Not right there, not right now, but at some point. And again, right there, right now, I don't know what we're gonna have. The festival, like, that's it ended. This narrative arc about Gentle Criminal and La Brava, that's it ended. So we have 2 episodes to finish the season, and it's the 2 final episodes, so normally it should end with a cliffhanger, with something big, but at the same time, if I think about the end of the previous season of this anime, I'm like, in fact, no, maybe they are just gonna make something fun. But at the same time, it has been a long time that we didn't have news about the League of Villains, about Shigaraki and all. We need also to have the provisional licensing, you know, for Todoroki and Bakugo. I don't know what we can have. I would love, you know, to have a cliffhanger, something like the presentation of the issues that we're gonna have to deal with during the movie or during the next season. I would love to have something like that. And I don't know also for the chronology where we are standing right now. Are we close to winter? Are we close to what period of the year? I'm not sure. Yes, I'm really going for this day, you know, this session I've been watching of these 2 final episodes of the season a little blindly. Like, I don't know what I'm gonna have. But I'm gonna have it right now. Let's go for this episode. Remember that if you want to have my Patreon on which you can have these reaction videos about My Hero Academia with 4 episodes of advance, which means with 2 weeks of advance, it's really a lot. And you have them with an extended all 4 reaction part. I put the 4 reaction part for the big episodes in which I don't want to cut. And the extended reaction part, I'm saying it each time, is no matter what more interesting because I'm not forced to cut that much, you know, and to play with opacity like I'm forced to do for YouTube. I'm really letting the scene go. So if you want to have in fact the version of the video that I wanted to give you at first, it's on my Patreon. That's why, you know, I created my Patreon at the beginning, just because I was getting frustrated of cutting that much into the reaction video, and really I make, you know, one version that I want to share with you, and then to be forced to cut into it even more for YouTube, it was really frustrating for me. So that's why I created my Patreon, so you can have all of that on it. And it's the best way to support me also if you want, and if you can, it can be appreciated. Let's go for this episode! Okay. She's gonna stay inside the school? Oh, who is gonna take care of her really? Yes. Because she's growing up at her own rhythm. I was right! You're gonna be an adoptive dad, you know, in a way. You're not coming back? Maybe. Why are you back, you? You're feeling guilty of it? Kota! Kota! I'm so glad to see you. You're his hero. He wants to be like you. What? No, I'm not gonna let you. It's a trap. For Euro stuff? And now that All Might is not #1, Handover is the first one now. She's number 10? Okay. You look like you should be in Dungeons and Dragons. Eh? No! Number 3. He's not dead! He's not dead? It has been episodes, if not seasons, that I think that the guy is dead, and I'm telling you in intros and reviews that I don't forget about him, that it was really rough to have no funeral for him, to have no one mentioning him, like he was Bakugo's mentor. Guys! I'm counting on you for that kind of stuff, you know, when I'm making that kind of big mistakes, I'm counting on you to tell me that I'm wrong. He's not dead! I'm glad. I'm so glad. You can't even imagine how much. Okay. Hand over. But they don't like you.
ありがとうございます。しかし、辞退できるものなら従っているのが本音です。いただいたナンバーにふさわしいヒーローとなれるよう、邁進してまいります。
She's really humble.
チームに加えてくれたエッジショットをはじめ、諸先輩方に恥じる働きをしていく所属。
Okay, they all have motivating speech.
安寧をもたらすことが本質だと考えている。それ聞いて誰が喜びます？スペインくらい。いいぞ、生意気だ。
Yes, I appreciate that also. They said really stuff which were like that about principles and all. It's not that wrong, you know. For sure, he has a nice opinion of himself, but it's really about, okay, we don't have our might anymore, the number one, maybe it's time to change things a little, to try something else. And it's like for the villains, you know, that are fighting to know who is going to be the next leader, like that it's a little the same. You need help for that, to become that symbol, you know, to be appreciated. He wants to prove himself, that he can be that great. It was not about you, it was about him, himself. No, he really thinks so. What you said, it was not a promise or anything like that. It's just, watch me. I'm gonna be great. And you can't do it yourself? So no moves? Eh?
3年勤めてきた会社だ。今から潰す。了解だ。万歳。恥ずかしテロ31歳。
Shame. That was quick. Oh, you can do all of that without really paying attention to it. For sure he's cool and all, for sure he's arrogant as hell, but I really think that he has a point, you know, with how he sees heroes. You tried.
神野で格納されていた数十体をオール・フォー・ワンもろとも捉え、あれで全部だった。
Because they can't create new ones, but we just saw that some of them are still around.
全国でそういう噂が立ってるんです。取り立てで記事にするほどでもないけれど。
But they were not named like that.
で、ちょっと気になったので、個人的に全国飛び回って調査してみたんです。どっかのアホが不安を煽る目的でほら吹いて、それが今全国に伝播してるんじゃないか。さっきのビアン、異能解放万歳叫んでたでしょ。
I saw to that he was one.
ナンバーワンのあなたに頼れるリーダーになってほしい。立ち込める噂話をあなたが検証して安心してくれと。
You want him to do stuff like.
昨日も同じようなこと言いましたけど、要はナンバーワンのプロデュースですよね。
You're really acting like you're the head of the communication, you know? Why not?
エンデマさん。
様、お飲み物。
先生、お姉さん。
Did you see him coming, both of you? I think that you did. The fact that you were right there. Ox, you know, took him right there. Okay. No, I haven't seen Andover, you know, he looked at the horizon. Ox did the same, so I think that they both felt it, you know, coming, that Nomu. But at the same time, you know, for sure I'm gonna wonder about the fact that Ox asked you to be there, you know, to have this meeting, this dinner, right there. So I have like 2% of me who is a little suspicious and being like, the guy planned something against Andover. Like during the beginning of this episode, we saw the fact that he was not number one, but maybe he dreamed about being number one at some point, and no matter what, he has all of the approval ratings, so maybe it's in fact louder, you know, it's in fact more important than the rest. No, I don't think so. I don't think really that he planned something, you know, Ox, that guy, against Andover. No. Because I truly think that he's a hero and he wants to... Okay, he wants to be the best, maybe. But no, he didn't plan that. I appreciated this episode, you know, because it was not about our guys, you know, not that much. Even if we had some news about Eri and the fact that she's gonna be into the school, you know, now they're gonna take care of her, the teachers, I mean, and also Mirio. The fact that Mirio is not back at school, not really. I know he doesn't have his quirks, so maybe he can't be into his class anymore, but no matter what, he can be into another class, you know, and I don't know, there is something wrong with the fact that not having his quirk, he can't be into this school anymore, and I said it for sure, he needs time now to know what he's gonna do with his life, because all of his dreams, all of what he thought that his life would be was erased. But I don't know, it feels a little bad, a little wrong for him to be nowhere, and I don't know. He's gonna take care of Eri, I'm glad. She's gonna be right there, protected and with our guys, I'm glad, it's cool. But yes, except for this moment, all of the rest of this episode was really about the system in place with all of these heroes, the fact that they have a chart, that each year, you know, they know who is number 10, who is number 5, who is number 1, that it's really something which is important for them to rate themselves and to know who is the best. That, first, you know, just to know that about the system in place, I didn't know about it. I thought that All Might was number 1 because it was something really obvious and not because they made rates and we had a chart and stuff like that. So for sure, now that All Might retired, the new chart after that would be that important for everyone. For sure, Andover is the first one. All of the other heroes that we discovered, that was cool to discover them and that was interesting. Ox, you know, what he said was interesting. Okay, for sure he's arrogant as hell, and I didn't appreciate for him to talk like that, but I think that it was interesting all of what he said about maybe the system in place is not that great, maybe yes, what people are thinking is more important, and I think that it's a little the case, and at least it's what Andover is fighting with right now. Since episodes now, we saw him talking about it with All Might, the fact that no one is considering him as the next leader of the heroes, you know, as the true number one. No one is following him at all, and he has really trouble to convince people at all, because he's not really likable, and right there he tried, but it felt weird. He's not someone made like that, but yes, the leader of the heroes, someone who is gonna take the place of All Might, the symbol of peace, has to be someone that you love, that you admire, that you want to follow, and Andover is not like that. Ox seems to be someone like that, with how he's interacting with people, with what he's doing and all. For sure he's arrogant as hell, I'm repeating it, but he has that thing, you know, with people. The fact that he wants to be the producer, you know, of the next number one. I believe that it's true, you know, that he truly wants to be that, to do that to help. Can he do it really with Andover? I'm wondering. And in a way, you know what I think of Andover, you know that I can never forget and forgive what he did to Todoroki, to his mom. No, it's not possible for me. But at the same time, I have some pity for the guy right now who fought all of his life to be an amazing hero, who learned really quick that he could never be the number one, that All Might would have this place. He wants to change, he's trying stuff to change for people to appreciate him, but it doesn't work. And at the same time, I don't want that for him, because I don't want for anyone to change himself, herself, and themselves if it's not what they want, you know, if it's not what they are truly inside. Don't force yourself to be someone else. And I think also that people are not going to appreciate you because they're going to feel that you're forcing yourself. So I'm not sure that it can work, you know. And yes, I have this system in place, all of what Ox, you know, talked about. I'm wondering about it, you know, I want to think about it more, It's interesting, you know. The fact that he said also all of these things, and the question of being the number one, it's really something that people are discussing about. It's a little like for the villains, you know, who are searching for a new leader. For now, these heroes, they are searching for a new leader, and it's not because you're the number one of this chart that you're officially the new leader, not at all. Kota. I don't know why I'm thinking of it right now. You know, at the beginning of this episode, that kid, the fact that he wants to do things like Dekku, to have his shoes. He truly likes Dekku, and Dekku is his hero. And for sure, we want someone like Dekku to be the number one and all, because everyone is gonna like him, everyone is gonna admire him. It's so easy for someone like Dekku, but for someone like Andover, it's really rough. All of the thing about the Nomus, I really think that now no Nomus can be created anymore, but for sure some of them are still out there. It's a little about rumors, but I think that still some of them are right there, not just the one, you know, that we saw that Dabi just met and all. So during the next episode we're gonna have Andover against that Nomu, but why bringing that Nomu right now to attack Andover just like that? Dabi and the others from the League of Villains, they planned something right there. They didn't make that attack just like that, you know, and all. It's to send a message or to do really something. That's his name? I'm sorry, this episode really is making me think about the system in place with these heroes, about Andover being the next symbol of peace, but he can't be, he's trying, it's not working, about Ox, about all of what he said. I need to think about it. I'm gonna watch the next episode, you know, and the final episode of this season, which is gonna be about that fight, Andover against that Nomu, and what the League of Villains, what Dabi planned with it. Not right now, because as you can see, sun is coming, and I'm not gonna be able to film, but a little later during the afternoon, I'm gonna film. No matter what, it's all for you for this video, and it's all for me for now, so bye for now. Bye.
Wait a minute, Doc. Are you telling me that you built a time machine?
Hey.